Welcome to the second video of my Learn2Play series. So I'd like to thank you guys that took the time and effort to give suggestions on how to improve future videos from this series. So everything you've said has been taken into consideration. Runes on Hecarim are pretty simple now that armor penetration runes have been removed from the game. So we just take 80 reds and movement speed coins for the extra early game power. This comes into play with this passive. Yellows could be a mixture of armor per level, or health per level, depending on the enemy team. So armor against heavy 80 teams and health per level against heavy magic damage dealing teams. And finally for blues, I'd recommend getting 10% CDR level 18 and scaling magic resist, as you'll be getting cap CDR with Trinity Force and Spirit Visage. For Masteries, you'll be running 12018. Courage of the Colossus has not been nerfed as of patch 7.1, so it's pretty much still the best keystone take on Hecarim. The great thing about Hecarim is that he has 4 damaging spells, so it would be pretty stupid to take Fury over Sorcery. However, you can take Fury for the extra clear power earlier game. 1 point in Vampirism for extra sustain, as his W has a cap on health regained from camps, and Double-Edged Sword for increased early game power, as we don't really want games at 30 minutes on Hecarim. In the Resolve tree, it's beneficial to grab Unyielding, as you'll be going full tank after acquiring a Trinity Force. Explorer is optional and will give you stronger ganks, but will make you less tanky in the long run, so if you opt to go for that, make sure to put yourself in situations that you know you outnumber or outclass the enemy team. Legendary Guardian is pretty good on Hecarim, but I don't recommend using it until you've mastered how to use his ultimate to dodge crowd control. Hecarim has one of the more unique paths that you can utilize to snowball a game out of control. The first path is to start Q on blue buff and simply drink your refillable potions. You will save Smite, take W level 2 and Q level 3. Once you recall, you'll get boots and a pink cord to guard the opposite side of the map that you didn't start on. I do not recommend doing this versus early game junglers such as Kha'Zix, Lee Sin, Elise, etc. Also remember to use your trinkets to cover your entrances or the enemy jungler's entrances depending on which side of the map they started on. The second path I sometimes take is Blue to Wolves to Gromp Smite on purple side. This transitions into Blue to Wolves to Red Smite on blue side. Both these paths are to gank low mobility bot lanes as early as possible. However, you can be put behind if the enemy jungler is better than you. Finally, the best pathing in my opinion for solo queue on Hecarim is the full clear. Similar to the first pathing I mentioned, you will start blue buff and take 2 points in Q at level 3. People think you need your devastating charge as a form of escape, but I've personally never had any issues with Diamond 5 junglers trying to invade me. This allows you to get as ahead as possible and to rush level 6 for more profitable ganks. Just like Elise, Hecarim doesn't have any hard mechanical aspects to grasp. However, there are a few tips and tricks I can give you to drastically improve your success with them. When using Hecarim's devastating charge in combination of ghosts, you can get behind the enemy and bait them into flashing to safety before pushing them back to your teammate. This works great for higher elo as people will instantly flash, whereas people in lower elo will flash after getting knocked back, so use this to your advantage. Another thing you can do with Hecarim is to use your ultimate to disregard all forms of crowd control. The usage of his ultimate distinguishes the great Hecarim from the terrible ones. If you manage to absorb and avoid many of your opponent's lockdown spells, then your team will have a better chance at winning a team fight. Finally, Hecarim has a tremendous chase potential with his movement speed coins, devastating charge, and Trinity Force passives. You can use your E to chase an enemy down a lane, kill a creep, and get the extra movement speed to run someone down, similar to Yasuo. Hecarim's build path is pretty distinctive and unique compared to the other meta junglers. You will rush a Sheen for the obnoxious early game mana cost and for some extra burst damage. You'll then go to Phage and complete your Trinity Force. After that, you get Red Smite and Tier 2 boots. I highly recommend getting Merc Treads or Ninja Tabai, depending on the enemy team. Swifties are also a possibility if you're snowballing heavily. You then complete your Cinder Hulk and determine whether or not the enemy team is heavy AD or AP. If they're heavy AD, you go Dead Man's Plate or Randuin's. Strong emphasis on Dead Man's Plate for getting easy picks in solo queue. If they're heavy AP, then you get Spirit Visage to get more CDR and therefore more DPS. Once you have these 4 items, you have a realm of possibilities to go for. You can get a Mortar Reminder if you need to cut down on the enemy team's sustainable options. You can get a Guardian's Angel, one of my personal favorites to maintain a higher KDA, or even a Thornmail. It will probably be always frontlining for your team, so damage items are out of the question, and besides, You already have a Trinity Force for tons of damage. In conclusion, Hecarim is one of the easier junglers to master in order to climb the ladder. With the recent nerfs to powerhouses such as Lee Sin, you'll have no problem getting through the early game with good ward coverage. Also, don't be afraid to turret dive, as Hecarim is a really good janitor, as a cleanup person. Thank you guys for watching, and the next video will most likely be on Kha'Zix. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for more, and have a great day.